What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the vlog. I am Cody Fisher, aka Lyrical Lord, and this is episode 63 of the vlog. And today's vlog is basically gonna be just like, you know, kind of like a cabin cleanup and getting ready for winter, preparing for winter, how to deal with the winter time and the cold, and you know, if the power goes out, and what to do if you get stuck in your car on the side of the road and can't get to like a safe location, you know, things like that. So we're gonna just kind of go through that. We're gonna clean this little area up around here, you know, like move the ladder and try to hang it up on the back side of my cabin and move all this stuff and, you know, blow the leaves off. And it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited to like secure the cabin for the winter time. It's always good to keep the heat in, keep your body warm, keep your body safe. So listen, everybody, if you have not already, go hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I appreciate it so much. And go shop the merch. Lyrical Lord clothing, the Vlogmas merch is still available. However, not sure if it would ship by Christmas or not, but you can put it in your checkout cart and it'll tell you when it's going to ship to you. Use code Lyrical to get 20% off your final order. Really good deal. It brings it down a few bucks. That's always a plus. So go shop Lyrical Lord clothing today. And without further ado, everybody, let's get right into this vlog because I'm ready to get my cabin ready for the winter and to talk about it a little bit. So let's go. Everybody, so right now we are about to insulate this air conditioner with the window air conditioner cover. So see what this looks like. I've used one of these before, but it's been a while, so all right. Maybe I should have went with the small one. I thought this one would be better, but we'll see. So it basically just goes over, I think, like that. So let's go get a ladder. I gotta look at the instructions. I don't know if this is how you do this or not. I don't know if that's exactly how it's supposed to be. It's a little too big, but I think it'll work. Cool. Didn't even need the duct tape. Mission accomplished. So, you know, that's one of the best ways to keep your house warm in the wintertime if you're wanting to leave your AC unit in. So I definitely recommend getting one of these, but get the right size. All right, so now I'm gonna show you a few more things of how to prepare for winter, how to make sure you are satisfied with yourself in the cold months of the year. So let's go get started. All right, everybody, so even though there's a cover on the outside of this AC unit, I wanna cover this up also. So we're gonna put duct tape on all of the vent holes, you know, just to have extra warmth, you know? That looks pretty good, right? Pretty secure. I need to put some more up here because even when these windows are open, you know, a bug or like whatever could still crawl in between the window and come through the top when it's open. So you have to make sure that like this is real good and secure. So this is pretty much like the basics of how you keep your house warm while leaving your air conditioner in all year long. So, all right, so now we're gonna do something really cool, all right? I have here a window insulation shrink kit. These are really, really awesome. Such a good way to keep your house warm during the wintertime, during the cold months of the year. So pretty much all you have to do with this is like put a piece of tape at the top of your window that comes with this package. And then once you do that, you peel off the safety thing and then you cut the plastic to fit your window, put the plastic on the window and like on the tape and stuff. And then you get a hair dryer and you dry it until it pretty much like shrinks enough to where the plastic tightens up onto the window, securing it from any kind of like cold from coming in. So really cool. I used them last year and the year before last, and it's gonna be a blast. I'm so excited to put these up because even though it's nice today, it's gonna get cold very soon. I mean, it's like December something, so real close to the holidays, real close to Christmas time, real close to my birthday. Really excited. So let's go ahead and go and get these on. Let me go show you what the one in my bedroom / recording studio looks like because I've had it up in the studio for a couple of years just to keep a little bit more insulation inside that room so when I record it sounds better, you know? So let's go check that out real quick. All right, if you can see right here, that's the plastic. And the tape goes at the top and pretty much you just align it. I had to use like regular Scotch tape too on some of it, but really cool, really good for keeping in the warm air. So let's go get started with it. All right, everybody, so the very first step we have to do with this whole insulation process is take down the blinds. So I haven't taken these off in a long time. And so basically the tape is going to go right here and around the edges and then it's gonna stick and then we're gonna hair dry it and that's what's going to seal it. So let's go get the tape. All right, so in the box comes this, which is insulation, and then the tape. So basically I need to fold this out and drape it over my couch. So let's go do that. So obviously I'm not going to need a whole lot, but we have to let it like fold itself out and stretch out real good, so. All right, everybody, so we have the tape and the scissors, and basically I'm gonna go ahead and stick the tape onto the surface up there. So I'm gonna put it to about right there, go all the way. You wanna make sure it's straight also if you're like particular like I am. But it don't have to be perfect, you know. And go all the way down, but you're gonna wanna stick as you go down. And I'm not gonna put any tape at the bottom yet because I wanna make sure I have the correct measurements because I already cut the plastic. So slowly peel it off. That actually took forever. And then it's gonna be sticky, so it'll be ready for the plastic. So peel it off slowly, don't go too fast with it. And basically, I'm just going to put it on at the top first. You're gonna wanna press all the way across kind of like that and then go back. Reseal, and then you're gonna barely grab a hold of it so we don't pull it off from the top. Peel and stick. Make sure it's like even, and a little bit of excess plastic is okay. You can cut that off later with a razor blade or whatever you choose to use. So now we have to cut this plastic just a little bit in order to make it fit properly. So that's pretty secure. So now the next step is to get the hair dryer and watch it just like tighten up essentially. So, all right, everybody. So now we have the hair dryer. I recommend keeping it on low whenever you're doing this because you don't want to like get too hot and you don't want to get too close. You want to stay probably like this far back. Oh, see, I burned a hole in it right there. I'm gonna get the tape over that. That's pretty tight right there. It's pretty secure. So we'll roll with that. So it's just a little big. That's why it's like wrinkly looking. That's good enough. Get a piece of tape, tape up what I just messed up. And basically that's all you have to do. Just don't burn a hole in it like I did just then. So let's put the blinds back on. I'm just gonna leave the excess plastic on. Normally you can get a razor blade and like align it out, but I mean, it's fine. You know, I'm only gonna have these up for the winter time, so put these back up, put the clips back in. And there you have it, simple as that. So now we're going to sit down and get into some tips and tricks on how to prepare for winter, as far as like making sure you have enough food and emergency water and emergency shelter and things like that. So we're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over a few topics that I wrote down. So let's get started, baby. All right, everybody, so as you all know, the winter time is coming up among us right now. We're a few days into December, and you know, I cannot even believe that it's actually went that fast. Like, where's the time went, you know? However, though, you know, it's actually a milder year than it normally is, and that's what they said at the very beginning. So I have a few tips that I would like to share with you all about basically how to prepare for the winter, just in case you get snowed in, just in case the power goes out. You know, you never know what's going to happen like that. So let's go over a few things and make sure we're very safe and secure this winter. So let's get started. If your heat runs off propane, make sure you fill up all of your propane tanks for the house, for the grills, whatever you're using them for. Make sure they're all filled up, because at the end of the day, if the power goes out, you'll still have propane to cook on or keep you warm. So you always want to make sure that that is done before any kind of bad weather happens. So plastic all windows, like I just showed you, you know, that's always a really great way to keep in heat. It actually already feels kind of better with the AC covered up and the plastic on the window. I mean, you know, maybe it's just me, but cover your AC unit. We already discussed that also, and you've seen how complicated that was, but also at the same time how much it's going to keep me warm. So make sure to have plenty of warm clothes, hoodies, sweatpants, socks, layers and layers and layers to keep you all warm, because you know, when it gets real cold and you don't have a lot of clothes, you're like, ooh, what am I supposed to do, you know? Plenty of clothes, plenty of layers, it always helps. Emergency food and beverages, like canned food. You can never have enough canned food in times of crisis and times of like bad weather. If you can't get out and go to the grocery store, at least you have the canned food to survive on, and you know, that's a plus. That's better than having nothing. So beverages, water. Make sure to store up water. Water. Your body cannot get enough of that, and I know that my body does not get enough of that. I need to, but I'm just saying, like, it's always good to, you know, a case of water is only like $3-4 bucks maybe at the Dollar General or wherever you shop at. So get a few cases, stock them up in your washer and dryer room, in your put away room, whatever you use, you know, and just always make sure to have food and beverages. I mean, you know, you can get all kinds of good canned food, ravioli, different kinds of ravioli, soup, chili, tuna. I love tuna. The packets of tuna, the canned tuna, I like packets better, but you know, either or works for me. So a first aid kit, just in case you cut your finger, or you know, or have a headache and need some Advil. Lotion for your dry hands. Me myself, I have very, very dry hands, and like right now I don't have any lotion on, and I can tell, because I mean, you can see the lines, you know, I don't know if you can see that or not, but they hurt all the time in the winter. Every single year, it's just a thing. If the power goes out, make sure to have candles and or flashlights with batteries. You can never have enough batteries, you can never have enough candles, you can never have enough flashlights, because if the power goes out and it's nighttime and you're trying to do something, and you know, everybody depends on their cell phone these days, but if for some reason the cell phone is not charged and it's dead and you can't use the flashlight on that like I normally do, you're gonna need a regular flashlight or a candle. So be smart. Plenty of blankets, whether that be fleece blankets, whether that be comforters, any kind of blanket, heated blankets. Always have blankets stored up just in case of emergencies. We gotta stay warm, people, okay? When it gets real cold, put up your power tools and stuff from the outside, maybe to the inside or in like a shed or something, because I mean, you know, I'm sure it's not bad at the end of the day for power tools and stuff to stay out in the cold weather, but it could possibly do some damage to like the batteries if you have like a power drill or whatever you're working with. If you have a weed eater, make sure to empty out the gas before it gets cold so it don't freeze inside, because that could damage it in the future, you know? So I mean, I guess, I don't really know, but I'm just saying. Sometimes I've heard of people aligning their pipes inside, like under their kitchen sink, under their bathroom sink, you know, like that round foam stuff, it kind of like is cut and it like fits over the pipe. I've heard of people doing that. I've never had before, but willing to try. If you have a wood stove, cut plenty of wood. Have a spot for your wood stored somewhere around your house, whether that be outside or inside. If it's outside, make sure it's put up in the dry, because you don't want to get the wood wet, because it'll take forever to dry out, to burn. So because if it becomes a blizzard and you don't have any wood stored up and that's the only source of heat you have, not good. External phone chargers, you know, like the kind of phone charger that you like charge with the cord, but then it like has enough battery life to charge somebody else's phone. Always have plenty of those, because if the power goes out, you might still have data, or you might still be able to use your phone. So it's always a plus to make sure your battery life is at 100% at all times. Another thing that you can do is update your smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors, because you're gonna wanna make sure that those are working at all times for your own safety. So a good thing to have is hand warmers. You know, they come in a pack of like 1 or 2, and you know, they're really cheap. They're really good to have. It just keeps your hands warm if you're having to be out in the cold. Put them inside of your glove, and it's like, you know, it's just real toasty and stuff. This kind of goes back with the beverages, but coffee. Always make sure to be stored up on your coffee, because if you're like me in the morning times, that's the first thing you think about as soon as you wake up. So coffee, coffee, coffee. All right, so let's talk for a minute about if you're like stranded inside of your car and there's like no way of you getting nowhere because you're like stranded in the snow, or your car is dead and it's too cold to walk outside and try to find some help because there's a blizzard out there. You're gonna wanna have a few things. You're gonna wanna have an ice scraper. You know, even though you can't drive, you still want to keep the snow off of your car. That'll make, you know, it might not seem like it'll make it a little bit warmer, but it'll help just a bit, you know. And if for some reason you somehow manage to get your car started and you're ready to go, but there's so much ice on the windshield, you know, have that scraper ready to go. A good thing to have is jumper cables. You never know if your battery is going to die, and that might be the only thing that's wrong with your car. So therefore, all you have to do is get somebody else's vehicle and charge your battery right up, and you're good to go. They might not have a pair, but you will. Also, going back to the blanket thing, always have plenty of blankets and stuff like that, and extra clothes stored up in your car. So if you have to like spend the night in your car or sleep in your car for a certain amount of time, you'll be as warm as you possibly can, as many blankets and as many whatever as you put in there. So the same goes with drinks and food. Have canned food in your car, maybe like Vienna sausages or the packs of tuna, you know, like a spoon and a fork ready to go, you know. Wherever you are, just make sure to be prepared. And if it snows real bad, something good to have is ice melt. You know, you can pour it on the driveway and it'll at least melt the driveway, so you can kind of like see what's going on. So, you know, that was just a few things that I thought of, you know, as far as getting prepared for winter, getting prepared for the cold months of the year. You know, sometimes you might get a lot of snow, sometimes there might not hardly be any snow at all, and it'll just be like a dry winter. So I mean, it's going to be cold regardless, but there might be snow, there might not. So I appreciate everybody buying my merch so much. I mean, it means the world to me. Go like this video, and in the next few days I'm gonna have to go Christmas shopping, because I've got like almost half of it done, but I still have a lot more to go. So I'll probably take you with me for that. New vlogs every single Monday. Listen, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this episode of the vlog. I hope you all stay warm this winter. I hope some of these ideas helped. And until next time, everybody, I will see you later. Peace.